Excuse me, sir. Do you have something fun and strong in these trying times? What is this? Red Purple Luffy? This is perfect.
Hey guys, iKailaKai here, and today we are going to be looking over two things that people have been asking for a lot. One, fighting Nami, and two, my updated Red Purple Luffy list. I made some pretty fun changes. I don't know if it's actually going to be helpful in this matchup, but we'll see, I guess. I feel like that happens every time.
Why does that happen every time? We play too much together. This is not supposed to happen.
I will go first.
Okay.
It's quite nice. I'll keep this.
This is like middle of the line right now. Nah, I can't keep this.
Hey
Okay.
One door. Nami. And search 5.
Okay.
I'll pick up Luffy.
Okay.
And then enter.
Draw for turn. That's not what we want to see. I don't really hate doing this turn 1, but our hand is so bad that I think we have to.
Well, not that I have a way to really get rid of it, so.
Yeah, it's also like a lot safer versus your deck. Versus like Lucci, when you have like no reliable way to get Kaya back, it's just not ever a good idea to play just one. You want at least 2,
That's
preferably 3.
My instinct here is to just not attack and then play Zorojuro.
If you have something that you're trying to accelerate to here, you definitely don't want to attack and want to play Zorojuro. But if you don't, 9k swing with 1 Dawn up is always going to get through.
The only thing you'd be worried about is something like Olzuchi, or
Yeah.
Gum Gabble, Giant Gabble, or something. So like this would absolutely go through, but if I'm not going to be doing that, then I don't really want to be hitting because it just makes any
Yeah,
of your cards
6k is
easier.
not it.
6k once is just
Yeah, it's just
not
never going to be
something.
it.
Enter.
That is a good card. I will play down my Nami and imagine.
Okay. Unfortunately though, to get my Don, I do need to hit with Zorojuro.
Yes, that is a very nice thing.
I can do 9, which isn't too bad, because I don't really need to play anything here.
Full attack 9 isn't terrible.
Yeah, because I also get the 1 Don. I think I do that. 9 leader, and then on attack, get 1 Don active.
If I don't protect here, you won't 7k. If I do protect here, you will 7k.
Mhm.
So just because of that, and because of my hand, I think I do protect here. Those are very good cards. Yeah. I think we'll keep those on the top. Mellow. And draw.
Well, 7.
I will take.
Right.
Because my hand is so low, I will take the Kaya back.
Mm.
You could definitely keep it in hand, especially if you have more cards in hand. And I don't really think taking the Zorojuro is doing much here because you already got the 1 Dawn you needed, and it's probably never going to come up again.
At best, it's like a 5k hit in 2 or 3 turns.
Yeah. We got a good turn, so I don't really think we need to worry about it. But
Yep, it's gone.
and if that happens, then we definitely are glad we didn't bounce it. Margaret first.
Mhm.
Then here we're going to do Nami. Use this first just because we knew that it wasn't an event and we knew that we wanted it in our hand. Do you think it's Wagoma? We are like this. Put it on the bottom and fight Boodle. Go ahead.
I see.
This card is insane. This card is the only reason Nami is still allowed to live. This card single-handedly makes the Doflamingo matchup go from unwinnable to playable.
I start here for sure. 2, Nami.
Okay. And Wagoma.
I'm at 8, so I'll use my loot effect to go to 9. And then here, I will play Newgate to give my leader plus 2,000.
Don't love it.
8,000 leader.
We will protect the portal.
Enter.
If ever you get 2 hits out of your Nami, you're happy. That's just a good day. Well, first we're gonna hit this. Love to see it. I think we're always gonna play Pilaf here, so let's play it first. We could get something nice. We got things. I definitely want you to face some difficult decisions this turn, but first we're gonna Nami, just to see what we get. I think it's a mellow angle. Do a little bit of organizing. Have our opponent hate that they have to play against this deck. You know, just standard Nami stuff. We do not want you to take our Nami or our blocker for free, so we're going to Kai here. So by doing this, either Nami becomes a pseudo blocker, which is great, or you use the effect on Newgate, which means my blocker gets to actually do something. Margaret's value is pretty low right now, so they're going to just trash her. Good.
The main thing is I don't love that you can pretty easily bounce Kaya back to your hand. I mean, that's much more of a threat. I do need to get rid of that. One nice thing that this deck can do, that if you remember back to OP03, you couldn't use the Newgate effect and play another 9 cost.
Yes.
But this deck can by using my leader effect.
Strong.
Yeah.
That is definitely strong.
Defeat, effect -1 to draw 1 card. and then leader effect to get 1 dong back. Then I can put 2 dong onto my new gate. Question is, where does the attack go? Honestly, I think I go 12 at leader and then KO MacLeod.
Okay, pause. Here's the situation. So I can go 12,000 into somewhere, whether it's dummy or leader, and I can KO one of his 3 things. In this situation, I decided to go 12,000 at leader and KO Margaretto. In actuality, if I KO Nami or Margaretto, it doesn't make a huge difference, because in the event that I KO Margaretto, then I will be hitting Nami, and then in the event that I KO Nami, he'll probably be blocking. The question is, do I want to KO Kaya? The reason I didn't in this situation was because I really wanted to get some damage on the leader. I didn't really feel comfortable going into these later turns with him still at 4 life, so as such I really wanted to be able to get an attack through onto the leader at 12,000. Again though, I might be wrong, so if you do know a better line, then please let me know in the comments.
I feel like I get a lot of value depending on what this is. Okay, no trigger.
I will go 6,000. Nami.
Sneak Dance,
Mhm.
plus 4, Wagoma,
Okay.
plus, and discard.
You defend that, but like 2 draws per turn for that deck is not something I want to deal with. Nami.
Okay.
End turn.
Definitely can't protect that. Draw for turn. I will say this matchup is freaking annoying as hell though once you get Nugget out. Peel off? Kaya? That is an option. I'm gonna get rid of these 2. Double blocker.
Ooh, okay.
Go ahead. This is what we consider a strong turn. Let me check my deck real quick. 18.
Basically guaranteed this stack gets blocked. Start 10,000 leader.
10,000 liter to start. Actually, I think just saving the Kaya here is strong.
Mhm.
And then with this.
Maybe we can get the Kai out of your hand. 6 leader.
Do I want to give you the Kaya? I do not think I do.
Well, then we just do the same thing as last turn. Defeat -1 dong to draw 1 card, and then leader effect to get 1 dong back. Then we will 12,000 leader and KO Budon.
Okay. We got hard punished here, but you know, you had to have it, so that's not too bad.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
then
that's my deck.
I will play this out.
Okay.
Check 5. That is super strong.
I felt pretty safe going into this next turn with you at 1 life, but now that you say that, I'm not sure.
Let's Kaya out to start.
I will say though that your Kayas and Namis and stuff have just been doing everything they've wanted to do this whole game. We're both drawing what we need.
I have a shot. Go ahead.
Ooh, fuck, it's a lethal problem. I can't mess this up. If I start 15 and you defend that, and I go 15, 10, 6, it doesn't matter if you defend this or the other 15. So basically the max I can't hit it to make you counter is 14. Like,
I have 2 1k counters in my deck. 3 Boodles, 2 Namis. Depending on the list, there's 4 Boodles, but then 4 Namis.
the one difference though is White Snake.
If you want to care for White Snake, then 14.
Do you have White Snake in your trash?
2 in my trash.
I mean, for how much you've also cycled through your deck, you probably have it. So I do think I go 14 here.
Okay.
Leader, 14. And KO Kaya.
I'll take.
Okay.
Peel off.
Okay.
About time.
Well, that's what we expected. 15. Leader.
Dabble. You peel off. Dabble and mellow.
7 cards left.
7 cards left. And then mellow.
11 leader.
Mellow. Sparta. 1k.
6.
2k.
Ah! Fuck. And turning.
Kaya. Kaya.
Yeah.
GG's.
GG.
Okay, so here are the 2 decks that we used. The Nami list is actually quite standard right now for OP09. I'm not sure if it's any different for OP08. But the main difference maker is that because Law is now out of the meta, these sorts of high-value, low-cost blockers have made it into the list, making it quite annoying for these sorts of decks like Purple Luffy in general. Red Purple Luffy through 9-cost Newgate can actually deal with this a little bit better, which is one merit that he has for sure. But you may notice that my deck has a couple of interesting cards. For one, it runs a ramp event, and the reason for this is although the second part of the effect is not always that easy to fulfill, if for example we are forced to take second and Doflamingo plays a 6,000 power when he's going first, or when Purple Luffy plays 6,000 power going first, these are generally the sort of moves that are difficult to deal with, and this event helps you ramp so hard that you can get to 9 dong on what should be your 6 dong turn when you're going second. I've also added in more top end, like the 8-cost Dragon. Right now I don't feel like I have too many counterless issues, but this can change as I play a bit more. But the biggest thing for the deck, and the reason why I'm able to put in these cards, is because I'm no longer forced to put in cards like Queen. The reason for this is because I think that 4-cost Franky actually fits it significantly better, and this is why.
It didn't come up in this game obviously because it's a defensive plan, So
Yeah.
so I want to show it here. Here's the scenario. We have 10 dong, and then if in the case that we have, for example, the usual thing, like Onami, and then I don't have it in my deck right now, but Queen,
Yeah.
then you play Queen, you get 1 dong back, and then you play Onami, and then you have 2 dong left. You have Queen and Onami on the board.
Yeah.
But then instead, if you were to play Franky, so if you play Franky,
Yeah.
and then you minus 2 dong, presumably at this point, you're both at 10 dong.
Yeah.
So you're at 2 less, which means that this costs 3 now.
Yeah, and then you can
So then-
double play it.
Yeah, so you can do like this into this, or even just doing this into this, does this, and then you leader effect, you get 1 back. Then the other play, that only leaves you with 2 dong, 2,000 power, and a 6,000 power.
Yeah.
This leaves you with 6,000 power, 5,000 power. Also, they're both searchable, and it leaves you with 4 dong.
Yeah.
So
Which
then-
you can play another Nami, or you can play another Franky, you can play...
You
There's
can
a
do
lot
so
more
many things.
defensive...
Like against MacLeod Luffy and something, gets burned by the 5 cost Luffy.
Yeah.
Just being able to like stall the game, and also because this is 6 cost, they can't get rid of it. And
Yeah.
it's, you know, it's not Franky. It's also 2k, so it doesn't force itself into the deck at all.
Even versus Nami, like, I feel like there are some times where doing that might actually be stronger than just, like, taking a turn to swing when you only have one character out.
I go to 9 as fast as possible, and then
Yeah.
the next turn when I'm at 10, I usually only have like 1 9 cost 10,000 on the board, and if I just take that turn to play Franky Sanji, or
Yeah,
something,
that's like, that alone, especially because I'm basically trying to make a hand full of mellows.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I'm thinking about. So if you start hitting me with, like, a bunch of 5s and 6Ks and, like, upping
Yeah.
your attacks, I usually am, like, low priority on the White Snakes, which makes it a lot more difficult.
that is true that you probably don't.
Yeah, White
consider that
Snakes
card
just
as
isn't
much.
a priority. Your leader's already 6K, so that
Yeah.
kind of defeats the purpose, right?
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. I was just assuming that like that's the strong Nami card, but in this sort of matchup for you as well, you don't need to worry about it.
You will also notice that I'm running 4 one-ofs in this deck, and that's heavily inspired by ClydeTCG kind of making me braver in my deck building, but I do think that it offers a lot of flexibility and makes a lot of sense in this deck specifically because of how many times that you 2-draw 1 trash. Many people know ClydeTCG as one of the best players in NA, but maybe you might not have known that he started a YouTube channel. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel in the description below, maybe check that out if you're curious, and that'll be it for this time. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Grab the card that we know. Fuck me. Fuck me. Just cut this part out for me.
Yeah, no, no, no.